So I was helping my parents move some furniture the other day, and I'm really sore today, and it just goes to show how out of shape I am that I moved a couple pieces of furniture and like can barely stand up and get out of my chair. But as we were moving stuff around, um, my dad opened up bin and immediately saw a bunch of like old VHS tapes on top. A lot of the Disney, those clamshell Disney ones that are not worth anything. Just don't be fooled by anything you see on the internet. Those aren't worth jack shit. Um, but before I left, I was like, I want to go through the bin and just see what's in there. And I found a few goodies that I decided to confiscate and bring home. So, welcome to my September collection update part two. So I'll show off the few VHS tapes that I took from my parents' house because I thought these were long gone. I didn't realize that we still had any of these tapes left, but I decided to bring them home just to have. I don't have any VHS here really, but I couldn't not take these, so I grabbed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS. Little beat up here packaging wise, but just pure nostalgia. I showed off my Blu-ray collection this the other day, or not too long ago, and we got the Arrow 4K set coming out. So I kind of wanted to take this so I just would have it as more of a display piece. So I grabbed that, and then another one that is getting a 4K, also from Arrow, is The Mask. So I snagged this one out of the bin, and I love this movie. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I don't have it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. But just for pure nostalgia of having this on VHS, I grabbed The Mask out of that bin. And then the last one I took from the house is one that actually came up. I did a live stream. We did our favorite movies from the 90s with Dave, Collector Movie Man, and Adam from Movie Magic 96. And we were talking about, like one of the ones that came up was Titanic. And Adam showed off his double VHS set of that. And I was like, oh, I definitely had that at some point in my life. And then this movie came up twice. It was on Dave's list and it was on my list. And we talked about the double VHS of Braveheart. And I thought this was gone. I did not realize that we still had this. So I had to take it just because we literally just talked about this like a week ago. But the double VHSs are just so, I don't know. I think they're awesome. But again, I just took this. I'll have to get some sort of like Malco cases for these. I'm sure they have something for the double packs and the single packs just to keep them in a little bit better shape. This one's in better shape than the TMNT one for the most part. Little damage here, but I mean it's been sitting in a bin for 20 plus years. But I absolutely love Braveheart, so I snagged that from my parents' house. And as I'm sitting here talking about not collecting really VHS tapes anymore, I did get one at the beginning. I guess it was the last weekend of August. My wife and I went out to Pennsylvania. We had a couple like thrift stores, and we went to this big like basically a yard sale. It's not really a yard sale, but like a rummage sale, and there's different like people that bring all their stuff there. So we're walking around, and I've already showed this off in two videos. I was on a live stream on KB's channel. I was a part of the conversation. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. I'll put a link in the description. But I showed it off then. I think this was the first time I showed it off. But this was the first VHS I had bought in years, and it's Jurassic Park, and I had to get this. It was 50 cents. It's my favorite movie of all time. So I did pick this up. It feels like I picked this up so long ago. And I mean, we're, as of this recording, September 25th. I picked this up, I think, like I said, I think it was the last weekend of August. But I had already done my August haul. So I did grab this VHS. Again, this is more for just nostalgia and really a display piece once I kind of get things going with the collection and setting up. I have a little shelf over here. If you can tell behind me, things might look a little different and out of order and in disarray. I actually started organizing this collection. I'm working on recording it here and there, so I will have a video up of me organizing this at some point. It's not completely done yet, but I'm still working on that. So anyway, back to the pickups here. So on the same trip where I picked up the Jurassic Park VHS, grabbed two other Blu-rays from like a antique thrift store type place. The first one, and I didn't even realize it says rental on it, but I got it for I think a buck or two. Edge of Darkness, Mel Gibson. Never seen this movie, and for a couple bucks, I figured I would get it. And then I realized it was a rental, so it probably came out of like one of those, like a library or something like that had it, or I guess any kind of video store. But regardless, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I haven't seen it, and for like $1 or $2 that I paid for it, I figured like why not. The next one was basically perfect timing because Huck over at Huck's Pop Culture Cafe had just issued his double feature challenge, and I found this that same weekend that I had seen his video. That's Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men. This one I paid $2 for. Again, well worth it. Such a classic. I did take that challenge. I'll link that at the end here if you haven't checked it out yet. But really fun comedies from the 90s here, and I just had to pick this up. And like I said, it was perfect timing after that challenge was issued. And going back to that challenge, I did pick up a couple other kind of double features that I knew I was going to want to talk about in that video. So I did grab Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the new batch. I don't know why I didn't have these in the collection. I know there's a 4K of the first one, but I just grabbed the double pack here from Amazon. It was relatively cheap. So I did grab that one, and then two others that I picked up. I'll just show these off at the same time. Addams Family and Addams Family Values. Great movies here. It had been a really long time since I had seen these, and I just rewatched them not too long ago. I think the same day that these arrived, I watched both of them, and they're just so much fun and just classic 90s comedy. Speaking of 90s comedy, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I showed this one off on the double feature video, and I talked about it in that live stream as well. Really not a fan of the design here, but I collect the steelbooks, so I found this at Walmart, and I felt I might as well pick it up. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites from the 90s, so I had to make sure I had it in the collection, whether it was steelbook or the standard 4K, but they didn't have the standard 4K at Walmart, so I just grabbed the steelbook here. All right, so the next one I picked up from Amazon, I ended up getting like a coupon for this somehow. It's been in my wish list for a while, and I just kind of sat on it. But with the coupon, I got it for a pretty good price. It doesn't have very good reviews, but I wanted to get Captain America: Brave New World. I have not seen this movie yet. I missed it in theaters, so I wanted to add it to the collection. I do have all of the other MCU movies in steelbook form. They are actually right here on this shelf. So wanted to add this one. I am missing Thunderbolts, but I think I have that coming at some point here in a week or two. So I don't know. I'll look forward to checking this one out. I know, like I said, it didn't get great reviews, but I like Marvel, and I wanted to add that one to the collection. All right, the next few, and these will be the last couple for this video. Like I said, I'm going to do this in 2 or 3 parts. It may end up being 4. I have a Vinegar Syndrome box coming, so if that comes before October 1st, I'll probably do that. So we might do this in 4 parts. But last week, I took a day off of work, and I took a trip down to South Jersey. So there is a fellow physical media collector. He has a YouTube channel, but he's more on the Instagram side. He has a podcast. Chris, bearded film guy, sure a lot of you know who he is. He lives here in New Jersey, and we had been trying to link up and meet up. So I took a trip down to South Jersey and was able to meet up with Chris. We'll get into that in a second, but I did stop at the Princeton Record Exchange, which was a store, just a physical media store, very much similar to, I guess, the Archive. They have a wide variety of movies, music, records, all that good stuff. For me, really just the movie side of it. But I didn't know if I was going to pick anything up, but I ended up grabbing The Hills Have Eyes on 4K here from Arrow. It's actually a pretty good price because it retails for more than this at like Barnes and Noble, and I don't even know if it's available on the Arrow website. Plastic's a little jacked up, but the case is fine. But I love these Arrow chunky boxes, and I did not have this one, so I wanted to grab the original Hills Have Eyes. So I grabbed this from the Princeton Record Exchange. It's a really nice store, and I cannot wait to go back. So after I left there, I headed a little further south to meet up with Chris. He had sent me an image of some movies that he was parting with, so I decided to take a few off his hands, and it ended up being reasonably priced. I just bought him lunch. So we went, we hung out, talked movies, talked a little bit about work. But yeah, we talked about, our channels and other content creators that we talked to and that we're friends with. So it was, first of all, super awesome to meet Chris. He's such a great guy. We go back and forth on Instagram chat all the time. And I'm hoping that we can do these meetups every once in a while. But like I said, I did take a couple of movies off his hands that he was parting ways with, and two of them here were on my Amazon wish list forever, and I don't even know if you can buy the first one anymore. And I had not seen this probably since it came out in theaters, and that was See No Evil, with Kane from the WWE. I don't know. I wanted to get this on Blu-ray for a long time. I know it's not a great movie. It's an okay movie. Some fun kills. Kane as an actor, not the best. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of dialogue in this, really. But I don't know. It's a kind of a fun, just horror movie from the early 2000s that I wanted to add to the collection. And the other one that was on my wish list for a long time that I just never grabbed and he had was See No Evil 2. This one I had never seen before, so I was like, I want to get these. I grabbed these from his stack, and I watched both of these again. Again, I had seen this one previously, but I watched these just the other day. I didn't realize that Danielle Harris was in this part two, so she was probably the best part of that part two. It's not a great movie, but she was really good. So I did grab these from Chris, aka Bearded Film Guy, and then the other one that I got from him that is a Vinegar Syndrome release that I don't know why I hadn't purchased this. I had it in my hand the last time I went to the archive, and I ended up not getting it, but it's the only one in the VSP line that I did not have at that time. So I grabbed Black Eyed Susan from him. He told me a little bit about it. I guess it's pretty much a wild ride. I have not watched this yet, but I will soon. After what he told me about it, I'm kind of interested in really seeing what it's all about. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I collect Vinegar Syndrome. You guys know that. I'm a fan of the VSP line, and I just wanted to make sure that I had this in the collection. And he was parting with it, so I went ahead and snagged it from him. So those were my few pickups that I got from fellow physical media friend, say that 10 times fast, Chris, Bearded Film Guy. So that is everything that I got for this round. Like I said, I will do one, maybe two more. I do want to show off my Barnes & Noble Arrow and Kino pickups. We had the 50% off sale in September for both of those. Kino, I think Kino started after. Yeah, Kino I think just started like a week or two ago. So I got a few of those, but I will do one more video to show off those. That's it. Let me know what you guys think of these pickups down below. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this out with your movie-loving friends. I'm on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll drop a link in the description below to all those social media platforms. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.